Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Irvin, with another manga review, a new series. Finally, guys, I'm starting it. It's the Jinrou game series requested by the user Lee L. Cheer. He actually commented in a previous manga chapter by chapter series when I requested you guys to give me some suggestions, and he requested me to do this as a review. I checked it out. I actually did like the plot, at least the summary that they gave me, and I decided to review it. So this is the first chapter of Jinrou game. A few things before I start. There's a spoiler alert. If you have suggestions for other continuing series, I could you could start giving suggestions in this video, and then third of all, if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. Okay, so Jinrou game essentially follows kind of as the same genres of the quiz. It's actually very similar to it, but Jinrou game has uniqueness to it. Now, I will say this one is a lot more similar to the series Danganronpa, if anyone have seen that one, in some ways, but in other ways, it reminds me of the game that I learned when I was in college called Mafia, and I'll explain why. So, at the beginning of the story, we meet this girl, Nishina-san, and she's coming out of a bookstore, and she's a part-timer. She gets abducted, I guess, or kidnapped, and she wakes up in this room. Out of all the people that she sees there, she recognizes fellow student Inose-san, and Inose-san is right next to her, and they're all, I think, at this point still tied up in chairs, and the announcer starts explaining the game that they're gonna have to play. It's a survival game. Obviously, there's going to be killing, so there's going to be gore. There's going to be, I guess, horror for some people, if you want to say it like that. But essentially, there is certain rules where you have to stay in your room a certain time of the day, late hours essentially, and then each day or each time 20 hours hit, they have to guess who is the killer, and if they guess right, whoever they guess is killed. Then at the end of the game, there's two groups that are playing. If the villagers are the only ones surviving that day, then they win the game. If the werewolves, which is the game's called Werewolf, if they survive, then they're the ones that win the game. Now, there's two werewolves amongst the villagers. They haven't said yet how many people they are. It seems like there's about 8 or 10 people in this game. I will give a better number out there in the next chapter. They're given an envelope. They have to open it up. In the envelope, it tells them if they're a werewolf or if they're a villager, and it also tells them the room number. So, also, during the night, there's 2 hours that the werewolves are given to go and kill one person. The other thing is that there is a kind of wizard person. They haven't really explained what their position is, but if I am right, I'm going to guess that this person is the one that chooses who may be saved for the day. Now, am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. That's how the Mafia game that I played when I was in college was. This could be just like that. Now, that is unique in its way. It's very similar to Danganronpa because you kind of have that whole circle. You choose one, you vote one person, and if that person is the person, then they die. So that's similar in that way, but it's still unique in itself. There's a lot of buildup in the characters already. Inose-san is kind of the student that, you know, at first impression, I was like, okay, this girl knows something more than that she should, because the first comment she says is, none of these are other students from our class, but I know everyone here. So why does she know everyone? Now, sad news is that we do have one person who has died already, and that is Inose-san. She went against the announcer, said, we're going to refuse to play, and the announcer says, okay, I'll make an example of you. And they have collars, and he choked her to death. And that's it. That's how the chapter ends. So Nishina-san is left by herself with these people. Now, she doesn't seem like she knows everyone, so I'm wondering why Inose-san knew everyone in the room. And if she did, then why are they there? My predictions, I'm going to keep them to myself for now. I am reviewing the first chapter of the first volume. There's 3 volumes, each volume having 6 chapters. Therefore, there's 18 chapters in the series. I don't know how much they're going to elongate the series with them killing maybe one person every 3 chapters. Possibly, could be wrong, but I am already intrigued. I'm going to be reviewing the second chapter pretty soon for you guys. I don't know when. Tomorrow is a busy day for me, but I will be reviewing the next chapter for you guys pretty soon. Out of 10, for now, I'm going to give it a 7. Why not higher? Though it is unique in its way, there is some similarities to the quiz and to Danganronpa that, you know, you have to be unique in your own way. So, as of right now, still 7 out of 10. I will probably raise it if it's good or lower it if it just happens to be repetitive like the other one. So, thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Most important part, also, if you want to check out my other series like the quiz and other series I reviewed chapter by chapter, you guys can go check it out in my channel. Go check out the description below for all the details to follow me anywhere else. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and like always, don't be strangers.